Hello, Mrs. Macias's class, Mr. Messina's class, and Ms. Testa's class. All three of your classes will be using the same video to complete your geometry book, and yes, we will be finished with it this week. I hope all of you are well and safe, and I miss each and every one of you, but let's get started. We only have 4 slides to do today, and we will be done. So to open up your geometry book, what I'd like to do is open up your Google Drive. You'll click on it one time. When you get to your Google Drive, I want you to find my geometry book, 5th grade, and open that up 2 times. Click, click. Now, at the end of this video, what I'm going to do is just go through each and every vocabulary term. If you do not have one, you can add it in at the very end. But right now, let's just scroll down all the way to your last slide. Don't worry about anything you have not done until the end. And you can work on that later this week or even next week to finish your geometry book. So click on your last slide. Now, Ms. Tessa's class, your class might be a little bit different, but you still have all the slides in there. What I would like you to do is add a new slide and hit the drop down arrow, click title only, and our vocabulary term is perimeter. Perimeter is the distance around an object or a shape. Perimeter is our vocabulary word. Click, click. I'll color it. I'll make this bigger for you guys. Now to model the perimeter, what we're going to do is go to our shape tool, shapes, click on rectangle, click and hold and make a rectangle. The paint bucket, we'll go to transparent, and we're just going to label the sides. How are we going to label it? We're going to go to text box, click and hold, make a box. We'll say that this is 10 centimeters long. If this is 10 centimeters long, as you know in a rectangle, the opposite would be the same. This is going to be 10 centimeters long. And hold this side over here. Let's just say that it's 5 centimeters long. And we'll make one more, and this will be 5 centimeters long as well. Perimeter, and we should know by now, is when we're going to add up all the sides. So it'll be 10 plus 10, that's 20, plus 5 more, that's 25, plus 5 more, that's 30. Title only is area. Area is the amount of space inside an object or shape. I'm going to click, go to my shape tool. I'm going to use that same rectangle, transparent. We'll say that this is 10 centimeters. Oops, text tool. We'll say that this is 10 centimeters. We'll say that this is 5 centimeters. And this is 5 centimeters. Now, we're going to talk about the space inside this rectangle. And how do you calculate the area inside the space of a shape or an object? You are going to multiply the length times the width. So I have 10, I have 5. We're just going to multiply those two sides, and 10 times 5 is 50. We're going to add a text box. A equals 50 centimeters. But as you know, area, we measure area in squared centimeters. So up at the top, you're going to click on Insert. You're going to go down to where it says Special Characters. We're going to change right here. It's going to say Symbol. We're going to change Symbol. We're going to go down to where it says Number. And you're just going to click the number 2. Click. And you can hit the X to X out of that. And I'll put a nice little 2 at the top, squared centimeters. So there would be about 50 squares inside this to cover this whole entire rectangle. Next is volume. Volume is the amount of space inside a 3D object. To find the volume, you're going to multiply the height length, and the width. So to make our 3D object, we're going to go to Shapes. We're going to go to our cube. Here's our 3D object. We're going to paint bucket transparent. Use our text box. Our height, let's just say that this is 3 centimeters. And since it's a cube, it's going to be absolutely, all the sides are going to be perfect. This will be 3 centimeters. And our width right over here, how wide it is, it's going to be 3 centimeters. I'm just going to take this little circle and spin it just a little bit, just to show you that. Now, if I was going to find and calculate the volume of this, it says height, length, and width. I have to multiply each side. So 3 times 3 is 9. And then 9 times 3 is 27. In the text box, only click and hold, equals 27 centimeters. Now, when we're measuring volume, we use cubic meters and measurements. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Insert, and Special Characters. We're not going to use the 2, we're going to use the 3. And you can hit the X. And that is how volume is calculated. So it would take 27 cubes to fill up this larger cube. Whoops. And the last one will be a line of symmetry. Line of symmetry is an imaginary line that passes through the center of a shape or object and divides it into identical parts or halves. Highlight line of symmetry. Now you're going to go back. This will be found in your shape tool. Some kids like to do the heart. You can color it in whatever color you would like. Now to represent the line of symmetry, we're going to just take the line tool, and you're going to have to try to make it as perfect as possible, going right through that line. So both sides are equal and identical. We're going to click on it. I'll make it a little bit thicker so it's easier. And this time you can use the line dash tool. We'll just put little dots to represent the invisible line. It's an imaginary line. This side, if I fold this heart in half, will be identical to this side. I'm going to just do one more. I'm going to just take this rectangle tool. I'm going to just color it in real quick. You could do this as well. Now I'm going to take the line of symmetry And try your best to put it right in the middle. That might be too big. There. Now I can fold this in half. Now be one line of symmetry. Some objects have more than one, and that's why I wanted you to show you this. Here's another line of symmetry. Just try your best. I know sometimes it's hard on the Chromebook. Make it a little bit thicker. Now if I fold the paper this way, or my object or shape this way, you can see that that will be a line of symmetry. So this will have two lines of symmetry. And that's all you need to do for this week. Our book should be finished and complete. Next week, we'll have a couple questions that you can answer about geometry and your vocabulary terms that you have been working on. I hope everybody is well and safe. But right now, for the next couple minutes, if you are done, you can please share it with me. KY.RER. Click on my name. You'll see my little symbol and hit send. If you are not done and you would like to work on your geometry book, some things that you have missed or just check it, I'm going to play through this whole entire slideshow and you can fix and add anything that you would like. Just remember that the slide we are using will be title only. I hope everybody's well and hopefully we can see each other soon. And just remember, it does not matter what order these are in. Any order that you have them will be acceptable.